Lottie Dottie, we like to party. Lottie Dottie, we like to party. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus, I am the bombist, coming at you with an emergency late night stream. How is everyone doing out there? You know, this little pop up stream. Things are popping off. I thought I would pop up and pop off. Crypto markets. Who's scared out there and who's looking to buy? You know, I was trying to be on a diet, but man, I'm sitting there thinking, I gotta buy this dip, son. I gotta buy this dip. Let's take a look at the charts. Let's see what's going on. I didn't think this green line was gonna come into play. It came quick. Now we're shooting. Is that red line gonna come into play? I'm not gonna lie. It's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. It's not uncommon. Let's take a look at the last bull market. Let's move this, scrunch this bad boy in, bring this bad boy over. What are some of the dippy dips we had back then? I think 40% was kind of common. Yeah, I don't know about common, but it happened yet. And I don't think we've had any 40% chili dippers yet. Doing the math, the 40% chili dipper is going to take us down to like 39,000, and I'm not going to enjoy that. I will show the portfolio in a second. So that was a 32% chili dipper. I think there were 9 dips. So there was probably at least one 40% dog. Yeah, that was only 25%. I guess I was wrong. So what are we at now? What is the peak? What is the max pain we've seen so far? I know it was around 20% for this last one, this last little big squeeze. So what's going on? You know, I'll tell you, I think what's going on is it's the end of the month options expiration. It happens all the time. And big Papa Joe Biden decided to just perfectly time this tax news that I don't think it's actually that big a deal. I don't think it's going to pass. And the Wells are like, hammer on, son. Let's squeeze the hell out of a bunch of retail. I don't know if you're new to the crypto market, if you're panicking, if you're down. How did they do it in Goodfellas? Yo, you popped your cherry. Well, you popped your cherry in a dip, boys and girls. I'm popping mine. I'm not popping my first one, but it doesn't. It kind of gets easier. I guess it gets easier if you're in profits. Peak to bottom so far we've hit about 25%. Is it over? I don't know, man. It could hit a 30%. Let's take a look at my portfolio. It is depressing. This was about 387 a second ago. So about a week ago, this was over 500,000. Now it's under 400,000. It was a bit worse a second ago. You know, those prices are fluctuating up and down. I'm sitting here, I'm holding back, man. I'm about to go all in with any little bit of cash I got left, and I'm trying to decide what, you know, the best way to do that. A little bit of, you know, the one that really hurt is Polkadot was red a second ago. How in the hell is my Polkadot position even anywhere close to being red? Like, this thing was up, like, oh my goodness, like 50-60% recently. Now it went red. Are you freaking kidding me? Polkadot is definitely, in my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I am looking to put limit orders in for Polkadot and Cardano. I mean, I was looking to grab, I don't know why I'm splitting hairs over like 8 or 9 cents, but I'm looking to gobble up some Cardano at 90 cents. Polkadot, so I'm kind of waiting, man. Like, if it really dumps like it could, I'm probably gonna go all in with what cash I don't have left into this stupid freaking cryptocurrency pain in your ass market. I mean, if you're new to the stream or if you're a long time listener, you know I'm very, very bullish cryptocurrency. I'm not worried for the most part. It's going up. I have a very solid strategy. I think it's one of the better strategies out there. But I am not dumb enough to believe that the market can't fool me with my strategy. And I'm prepared, right? We were at a period today, I was beginning to wonder, is the bull run over, right? And we were getting like DEFCON, you know, so a lot of times this gets confusing. So I had to look it up, double check. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. So, you know, I have to look this up because I always get confused. Whoa, wait, actually. Yeah, if this is your first market, if this is your first crypto, whoa, you popped your cherry. All right, so DEFCON. I thought we were at like DEFCON 4, hovering around DEFCON 3 for the bull run being over. I don't really think we were in any jeopardy of going to DEFCON 3, and my concern was this, right? Usually what happens, if Ethereum would have continued to have that little tsunami action and continue to explode, I mean, talking like go parabolic to the upside, and then Bitcoin continued to drop hard, say like right now, you know, earlier in the day, what was Bitcoin at? Like, we'll say like 55,000, right? And Ethereum was pushing 2,600. Let's say now if Bitcoin was at 50,000, 49,000, 48,000, and Ethereum's still moving up like 2,700, 2,800, etc. Then we're starting to get into DEFCON 3, even thinking about DEFCON 2, about the bull run being over. Always had to be ready for that possibility. But I didn't think we were there. And I'm honestly not surprised at all what's going on. You know, I thought Bitcoin and everything was holding up pretty good going into options expiration, which is tomorrow, by the way. I'm still actually quite pleased with how well Bitcoin's holding up. And I'm tempted just to buy all my remaining cash in a Bitcoin right now. The only thing that's preventing me from doing that is my exit strategy revolves around not being as heavily invested in Bitcoin, right? Because usually it's the first one to go down. Saint gang in the house. How you doing, brother? Run, panic, hide in the closet. How you doing over there, man? Yeah, dude, I'm looking to buy. What was this little chilly dip down to 48.1, the bottom? I'm not so sure. It's I'm gonna hit a heavy dose of sleeping pills tonight to sleep through this night. I've actually gotten really good lately of not checking my phone when I get up in the middle of the night. I can't remember the last time I did it. That's generally a good sign. I don't feel, you know, I'm not overly worried about how much I haven't invested or how much I can lose. You know, if you're not sleeping well at night, that's one of the first things you want to look at. But you know, it is what it is. How's everyone doing out there? Let's hear, what do you think of this? You guys buying the dip? Let's hit them like buttons. If you're looking to buy the dip, what are you looking to buy? I'm eyeing Cardano. I'm eyeing Polkadot. Those are two of my favorites. Oh, I didn't even think about Binance. Binance is below 500. That's usually a gift from the heavens when that one gets down below 500. Considering getting me some Binance, I just not so sure this is over, man. Like, I feel like the wells are going to continue to do like one more push. And please, for the love of God, do not be leveraged long right now. Do not try and time a leverage long. In fact, I say it all the time, you probably should not be leverage trading. I don't care who you are, unless you've got thousands of Bitcoins or you really know what you're doing and you're just hedging, right? Like, that's how you do it, man. Like, if I were leverage trading Bitcoin, I would have been looking this month for sure, shorting the F out of Bitcoin going into the end of the month. Because 3 months in a row, the whales have done it. And even then, you know, I would have wanted to be at a point where I had like 20, 30, 40, 50 Bitcoins, which I obviously don't. And I'm just shorting. It's a hedge, man. I'm just doing like a 5 or a 10x short. And that way, if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter because I'm long a bunch. But if I'm right, I get a bunch of extra Satoshis. I take that damn thing off and then my core position goes back up. That's how it's done, guys. But that takes a lot of money in the Bitcoin world. And it takes it takes a lot of money. Most people, there's too many channels out there, one in particular, that glorifies leverage trading. And dude, you're just going to get your face melted. I don't even know why I tell you this, because I know what it's like, man. I was young and dumb and I'm still young and dumb, depending on who you ask, but I've been there, man. You couldn't tell me shit when I was younger, right? Or you couldn't, yeah, you couldn't tell me shit, dude. I was leverage trading futures, getting my face melted. I go in one day, I'm up 3 grand, king of the world. I'm at the front of the boat, right? Like this. Before you know it, I'm blowing out my account, dude. And I promise you, it's going to happen to you if you're leverage trading. And, you know, what's really popular as of late is margin, trading on margin, whether it's the stock market. I highly recommend that you don't do that. You're going to get burned sooner or later, right? And then even margin trading in KuCoin, or like, you know, there's certain basically leverage trading, right? Margin, like a KuCoin or Kraken, you could 5x leverage margin, whatever the F you want to call it, right? So, again, I don't know why I get on this soapbox, and because, again, I was dumb. You couldn't tell me shit when I was younger. So I was going to do what I was going to do. You got to learn them lessons. But I have learned that you can make a ton of money in cryptocurrency just by buying and holding. And this is a wonderful opportunity. Not that it won't go lower. I have no idea. It could go lower. But this is a wonderful opportunity. If you've not entered the cryptocurrency market yet and you've been looking for the dip, here you go. Start buying now. How am I doing? You know, I've had some health questions, you know, that I've kind of talked about a little bit openly recently. So I've been going through some like neurology tests and stuff. I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous about that, but I'll let you know how that plays out in the future. Other than that, like, I was doing pretty good until this crypto market started to crash. What is your monthly staking? That's a good question. It was a lot better before this crash happened. So I have a tab that kind of calculates that. I need to update it since BlockFi changed their percentages. So it was around like, because, you know, obviously this number goes up as crypto goes up. So I'm making probably about 1,400, I would say, because this is a little bit off. BlockFi no longer pays 6% after 1 Bitcoin, so I need to move some of that over to Voyager, what have you. So it's doing pretty good. This number was $1,900 a few days ago, so this is going to continue to go up. I'm still getting about 2 Polkadot a week in Kraken. And my Cardano rewards have been amazing. Yeah, man. All right, so Bitcoin's hovering around the 50,000. Cardano, dude, I should have just bought it, man, at like 94 cents. But I'm sitting here, dude. I'm just like, you know, it's scary. Put your last little bit of money in the cryptocurrency because there's no guarantee that, right? Who knows, man? There could be black swan events, or the bull run can run, you know, everyone's talking about when the bull run's going to end. Me personally, I don't think it's going to end this year. I mean, we might have a pretty decent dip come around this period everyone else is talking about, but I think it's different this time. Liquidity is very, very important. But I don't think we're going to hit these numbers like Bitcoin to 500,000 or even 300,000. My number on Bitcoin by the end of the year, and the more analysis I do have the best analysis on the internet. I have the best TNA on the internet. TNA, get it, guys and gals? I don't want to be sexist. Every time I do some new analysis, it all comes out to the same stuff. It's going to be, why are my logarithmic curves not going out like as far as I want? So I think maybe we're going to scrunch. Oh, there we go. The top one does. So if it hits the top of this logarithmic curve like it has in the past, we got my pink trend line. It's not my green trend line. I think it's going to top out at about 150,000 peak, right? Maybe hover down around here, and it could bottom out by the end of the year. Like the bottom, I think 70,000 is probably pretty decent. Is it going to do the 85 to 90%? I don't think so, but my exit XRP, Jason, brother, how you doing? How you doing? Too many lines. Yeah, I guess, dude. I can turn off the log. It's not too many for me, Star-Lord. Yeah, these aren't that important though. So this one's kind of the last support and resistance is kind of no longer there. But yeah, man, I can pull up, whatever. So this pink was a trend line for a while. It was holding it a long time. It lost it fast. I thought the green. So now we're going to have to see what happens with the green. It's now past the 20 and the 50. I don't think we're going to see this 200 EMA down here. I also don't think we're going to come down to this red trend line, but it's not impossible. That would put us at about 36,000. And again, I don't think the bull run's going to end. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. I do live stream every morning, 5 minutes before the stock market opens. We do stock market. We do a lot of stock market. We do futures. I do a lot of options, and we do a lot of crypto. I'm an open book. I show you all my trades. I show you all my portfolios. I show you my crypto portfolio. This is what I'm at right now. We're starting to make a little bit of a comeback, but again, I don't know if this is the bottom yet. I do think there could be a little bit more pain going into tomorrow. I don't know how hard they'll actually be able to flush it. I'm sure there's a lot of institutions out there buying as much as they can right now. Though I do think I do think that it is possible that we can see this red trend line. It's not out of the question. I think it would be very short-lived. And I'm actually not panicked, and I'm actually pretty happy with this down move, because I think this gives us a much better chance for a violent rally that will push us back up to possibly this pink trend line back into May, 60, 70, 80,000. I do think that's possible. And man, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering if I missed my opportunity to buy the dip. We got Cardano, my favorite smart chain. It's already back up to $1.05. We got Binance, still kind of down there. If anyone looking to buy the dip in Binance, this has been a really good number. It's been at this level 3 times now. It's held this $485 range, and it's had some pretty good, like even back here, it went from 477 up to way up to 6 and then back down. This is a pretty good range, pretty good bottom to be in if you're big on Binance. Cardano, man, this dollar mark, anything at this dollar mark probably was an excellent buy opportunity. But as you look at my portfolio, I'm already in a position like, dude, that's an incredible amount of money to me. I'm not rich. Yeah, buy, everything's on sale. You got that, Jason. The graph is looking really tasty right here. What's VeChain? I have been, oh my goodness. So I love VeChain. I've talked about this a lot. My average buy was about 3 cents. My biggest regret is I only put like $500 into it. I've been wanting to buy more. I think VeChain can be a $1 to $2 to $3 coin this year. But I didn't want to buy it into this pump, man. It was pumped up to like 20 some cents, and I thought there was a really good chance that it will pull back to like, say, 14, 15 cents. It's kind of getting in an amount that I might start buying. But, and I know some of you guys are new to this channel, I've discussed it quite a bit lately. I'm down pretty low in my cash reserves, and I don't want to get myself in a position like, say this current portfolio 10x's in the next 4 years, right? Well, if I only got like $20,000, $30,000 in cash left, I kind of wouldn't mind just kind of keeping that back for safety reasons. And how much, right? Say I were to go all in with that 30 grand now, if I'm sitting at 4 million, how much is another like 300,000 really going to matter? Not a whole hell of a lot, but if the cryptocurrency market crashes, and this number goes way down, and I got all my other extra cash in there too, that's going to hurt a lot more. So that's just part of the risk. I think the risk reward here is really freaking good. And, I did have some numbers I was looking to buy, and I still might buy if I wake up in the morning. If I wake up in the morning and the cryptocurrency market's even down another 10 or 20%, then I'm definitely probably going to have to go shopping. Check in with me 6:25 a.m. PST. We will do another wrap up on what has happened overnight and whether or not I actually do buy or not. I was ready to buy Cardano at 90 cents though. It is, it's the one I love the most. Wow, 16 viewers. That is big for this channel. How's everyone doing out there? You guys buying, you selling, you're panicking? Let's hit them like buttons. Comment down below. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what your favorite coins are. Let me know what you would like to talk about in the future. The main reason I do this is I just love to hang out, chat, talk to people, help them out. I've been trading in the stock market for over 20 years now. I kind of know what I'm doing. Holding, glad to hear it, Adam. There's a lot of people out there that aren't holding right now. It's not even phasing me. I am legit down in cryptocurrency over $100,000 right now in the last week. I have my Ledger Nano up my oh, Ledger. Yeah, Ledger Nano up my, yeah, that's probably is that the Pulp Fiction method? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm holding, and like I said, I'm low on cash reserves. I still dollar cost average in. I talk about this all the time. I'm dollar cost averaging into USDC right now. I know that might sound pretty funny, and I know some of you are wondering, like, what the hell is this guy talking about? How the F you dollar cost average into the dollar? Hey, bros, it's just my way of setting up my little Voyager app. I was dollar cost averaging into Polkadot, Cardano, and a few others. But I'm getting to the point where, again, man, I need to start saving some cash unless shit gets, it can go south, right? And I don't want to be sitting there, living paycheck to paycheck again. You like trading Nah, I'm not big. I'm not a momentum trader or trading gaps. I can pull up, let me make sure my shit's turned on for hiding my accounts. It was not. I'm glad I checked. All right, I'll give you a quick look of what my stock accounts really quick. So this is my small account. I started this last year in October with $2,500. I put $250 a month into it. This account was pushing $10,000 before this little crash. So this had almost 2.5x in about a 6-month period. The end of the year, most of that money was made with options. I made a lot of money in Tesla, and I made a lot of money in NEO. I'm an option seller. I don't buy options. I'll tell you right now. That's a pretty big thing. That's a pretty good way to grow your YouTube channel, by being one of those stock traders that tell you can make a lot of money in options, buying options. I'll tell you right now, you're just going to get your face melted off. You have less than a 50% chance. The market was some kind, it was kind of geared to kind of being successful in 2020 because it was such a big move up. But dude, if you buy, like, I'm laughing at Meet Kevin right now because I love Meet Kevin, don't get me wrong. He has a lot of good content, but for the longest time he was trading on margin, and that's a really bad idea too. But bro, that guy's got millions coming in on YouTube money, so he's going to be all right. And it's the same with options. He just recently changed his portfolio to 27% options, but he's buying them. So again, he's probably going to lose a lot, and he's probably already down a lot on that. Anyway, this small account now is 100% cryptocurrency. Tastyworks allows you to trade both stocks and cryptocurrency. They only have 4 cryptocurrencies right now: Bitcoin. And this isn't where all my crypto. I have 110,000 ADA on the Daedalus wallet staking Cardano. I have a little over 1,000 Polkadot and Kraken getting 12%. I have about $200,000 in Bitcoin and Ethereum over at BlockFi earning interest, right? This is just playing around. I'm trying to grow a small account, right? So right now it's all cryptocurrency, and it's still doing pretty good for the year. So the big account, to answer your question, I do a lot of options trading, right? Sell options, sell puts. I do different strategies: iron condors, strangles, jade lizards. These, and it's greater. All these are greater than 50% chance. You can do a lot of defined risk, right? Like I got Tesla defined risk trades on, $5 wide put spread, I get a $2 credit. My max risk is $3 to $300. So yeah, I sell them. I don't necessarily short them. So some people do is like if they want to short a stock, they buy a put, right? So the problem with buying options is the decay is going to kill you, right? So when you buy an option, you buy an out of the money option, it's less than 50% chance. Like I can come over to Tesla right now, $720 call strike. I can go over here and buy an $800 call. It's going to cost me almost $3,000, and there's only a 30% chance that it even touches it. That doesn't even, you know, the delta and the theta decay on that, man, it's really hard. And you go out there and show me anyone on YouTube that's making money buying options and showing all the trades. It just ain't happening. There might be 1 or 2% of the people in the world that can pull that off, and I think that number is high. What they're doing out there is they're just cherry picking, right, man? And I'm telling you right now, you want to sell. Do you do binary? So you talking about like binary events? Of course, brother. Of course. Trade, you do. I love trading like earnings events, binary events, and options. You pick a direction. If you think it's going to go up in price, you sell a put spread. If you think it's going to go down, you sell a call spread. If you think it's going to stay in between the expected move, you sell a strangle. If you want to reduce your risk, you throw some wings on it, making an iron condor. I do it all. Well, I should say I do it all the time. But dude, all I do right now, like 95% of my time is trading cryptocurrency. 5-minute vineyards. What the F are you talking about, Jason? Anyway, I'm assuming that's what you meant, Tony. Do you do binary? Otherwise, are you talking about just 0 and 1? Oh my goodness. We're a little crazy over at this channel, but I'm a no hype channel. I'm not going to tell you Bitcoin's going to $500,000. I'm going to tell you how it is. Yeah, but that's basically, again, I do a lot of options. I also do futures. Interesting enough, I don't have any buying power right now for futures because I've taken most of my money out of this account and put it into crypto. But they got the 1/20th the size Bitcoin future coming out in about a week, right? The beginning of May. That one's going to be really interesting. Tastyworks also has a small exchange. They're supposed to be coming out. So they have, because there's like micro futures, right? So they're supposed to be having a crypto bucket coming out. And I did say that they only had 4 coins right now. They're supposed to be adding 9 coins next week. Tastyworks is a really good trading platform, especially if you like to do options trading. And again, it gives you the option to trade crypto, so it's good to have that option. But their coins are limited and you currently can't take custody. So, I mean, it's just, you know, it's just kind of, this isn't where most of my crypto's at. Let's see what's going on in the crypto market right now. Yeah, I think I have no idea. So Bitcoin, it looks like everything's rebounding. I don't know if it's going to hold though. It's hovering around the 50,000. Yeah, it's interesting. I have no idea what's going to happen tonight, boys and girls. I really don't. Like I could fully see this going to like $45,000 or $42,000 into the expiration. I also wouldn't be surprised to wake up in the morning to see this already given back up to 55,000, 56,000. Still a bit new to this. Yeah, so futures is kind of one of those things. You make more money. I'll answer that for you in a second, Jason. So I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys in a minute how I got to this $403,000 in cryptocurrency. This account's got about 30,000 in it. This account's got about 10,000 in it. So mostly futures are done for hedging. So I'll cover it a lot more in the channel. I don't want to waste a lot of time on it right now. But basically it's just leverage, right? So like a NASDAQ future, you're trading 3 months, basically 3 months ahead, what you believe the value of what's the stock market's going to happen in the future. The NASDAQ, the /NQ, that's based on the NASDAQ, the SPY's based on the S&P 500. It's basically a notional value, but so if you trade a NASDAQ future, it's the equivalent of going long 800 shares of the QQQ, right? So that is massive amount of leverage. The QQQ is $335. So you're talking about 335,000. Is my math right on that? Or yeah, 800 shares. So it'd be about $240,000 notional. And I think the buying power on that's only like $6,000 to $8,000. For like $8,000, you can go long or short the NASDAQ, and you're notionally controlling $240,000, $250,000 of the QQQ. The tick on that's $25, right? So, dude, you could be down on one NASDAQ future $1,000 just like that, right? So don't do futures until you really understand the stock market. And even then, what you really only, the professional way to do it is a hedge. So it's all about your deltas. I don't have a lot of deltas in here, but say I had 1,000 shares of QQQ, that would be 1,000 deltas. If I wanted to hedge what I think a down move was coming, I could sell a NASDAQ future against that, which would be a negative 800 delta, but I would still be 200 deltas long, right? So it's kind of the same thing I talk about and how you would do it in Bitcoin all the time. If you're right in that there is a big pullback, you don't lose your core position, you can take that back off. And eventually the stock market always goes back up, right? So it's a win-win that way. It's a way to hedge, right? And really that's what futures is all about. All right, so so last year, this is how I've been trading for a very long time, and I've made a lot of mistakes. I've melted a lot of accounts, but I've learned how to sell options, which is greater than a 50% chance of success. And you can do it with a lot less money, right? You could put 30% of your capital at risk and make the same amount of money that you could just going all long stocks, right? I actually do a mix of both, right? I do a lot of stock buying too, but I like selling a lot of options, and that's done really well. So last year, right before Corona hit, I had about $33,000 in this account. And then, you know, the housing market was doing really good. So I did a cash out refinance on my house, got like $60,000. And some of that money I was going to put into the stock market, like half, and the other half I was going to put into doing some maintenance on the house. Also, while doing this, I was really watching my expenses with things like Truebill, stop eating out. You know I don't have a car payment. I keep my credit cards paid off. So I was able to put like $500 to $1,000 a month too into the stock market on top of that. And for a while it was up and down. I was doing pretty good selling options and etc. And then I had a lot of Tesla on. I had a lot of Neo on. I used to do a lot of videos back in the day, but I didn't really enjoy doing that as much as I do streaming. So now I just get on a stream. Doing all that video editing is too much work. So it's all there, man. We made a ton of money in Neo, Xpeng, Tesla were some of the very big ones. And I was saying stay the F away from Workhorse and Hyliion, getting tons of thumbs down, right? Like all garbage. You know, I was right on. I'm still kind of on a heater. We'll have to see how this crypto thing turns out. But basically, you know, so I had 30,000 added, so we're at like 80,000. And before you know it, with all this Tesla stuff, it counts up to maybe like $200,000, right? And at this time, I started learning about Bitcoin. I didn't really know what it was, and I started learning about DeFi, right? I'm a network cloud system engineer, so I'm not an idiot when it comes to computers. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Smart contracts, computer code, like what? And then I have a business degree, so I'm not an idiot when it comes to finance, and I've been trading for a long time, and I'm just like, man, it just started clicking. I started buying Bitcoin pretty heavy at like 11,000, you know, on up, put in a lot more at 25,000. And I was kind of at this point where Tastyworks was going to be adding cryptocurrency, but it turned out not to be as big a deal or cool as a thing as I thought. I didn't really understand Binance and Coinbase and all this stuff, and now I'm a pro at it all, right? So I was setting all this stuff up, and I knew this is when Bitcoin was around. Oh, I shouldn't even tell this story because no one should ever do what I did. But I knew what I was risking, and I could afford to lose. I could have afforded to lose it all, so I did it. So I went long one Bitcoin future, right? So this will kind of explain futures a little bit. the BTC, the CBOE, or whatever, which one future it is, right? Where is it at? It's right here, right at, alphabetical, Tom. Pull your head out of your ass. All right, so one Bitcoin future, and this is when it was at like 20,000. So this future is 5-to-1 leverage, right? At the time, 20,000, and I was ready to invest $100,000 in Bitcoin at the time, right? Because my account had gone up to about 200,000. And I was like, I did the research on Bitcoin. I'm like, this and Ethereum are the shit. Let's go, baby. Let's go, right? But I didn't really have an easy way to get into it. I started with Robinhood. That's a whole other long story. But so I went long one Bitcoin future, 5-to-1 leverage. Every tick is $5,000, right? Right now, at the time, the notional value was about $100,000. Right now, because it's 5-to-1, the notional value is $250,000, and recently it was as high as like $330,000, right? So, dude, that was 2 or 3 weeks of sleepless AF nights, right? Because luckily most of it was up, but it was still a lot of sleepless nights, right? So about 2 or 3 weeks later, that had moved up about 10,000 points. We made about another 50,000. And then we are where we are, I took all that money. I still had a lot of money in Tesla stock. I even took that out, and I put this is for the most part about 99% accurate. My portfolio right now, about $200,000 in the crypto and we're up, I'd say 200 to 250,000. If you do the math, it looks like it's 244,000 because I'm up 166,000, right? So that's where I'm at right now. So to answer your question, I probably made a little bit more in crypto, but that's because that's all I'm focused in right now, and it's doing really well. And I do believe it's probably going to 2 to 3x this year. I know a lot of you want to hear a lot higher numbers, but my exit plan is pretty solid. I think 2 to 3x is pretty conservative. I think that has a really good chance of happening. And I do think by 2024, 2025, we'll start seeing much bigger numbers. I don't know when or how soon $1 million Bitcoin will come into play. And guys and gals, I could be wrong. It could be this year. I'll real quickly go over my exit strategy because I know there's a lot of new people here. And I do think it's a really good exit strategy. For example, like Cryptos R Us, he'll say do 50% Bitcoin, 25% big caps, 25% small caps. I'm more of a 20 to 25% Bitcoin. And then almost all of the rest is going to be in Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, and Binance, right? I do think, and I've been saying this for a while, Ethereum is getting ready to explode. We started to see that before today. And the main reason for this strategy is because crypto markets, and I think this one's going to hold too, because we're so early in the adoption phase. What happens, and we're seeing it now, right? I don't think this is the dip, but you get near the top, and I think the top is going to be somewhere up near this top logarithmic growth curve, which we're nowhere near now, but that does peak at about 150,000 by the end of the year. Because that's what it's done every bull run before, every single one. But there's not enough data points. But I think that's a good look. I am also being very nimble, right? I thought we were almost in DEFCON 3, that the bull run could be over. I don't think it is, but I was prepared for that. So what happens is the whole market crashes about 40%, then the whole thing dead cat bounces goes back up gets about 90% of that back, and then Bitcoin starts tanking, and then Ethereum goes parabolic for like the next 2 weeks, and then it cycles to smaller coins, right? So that's why I am much less into Bitcoin right now. So that way, if that happens, Bitcoin gets near the top of that curve, everything crashes, and then Ethereum starts going parabolic, I can take some of my Bitcoin off the table, though I'm looking to just keep most of that on going into the future. And about I'll start taking dollar cost averaging out of all the altcoins at hopefully very, very, very big profits. Probably get to a point where I take about half of my portfolio off the table At minimum, I want to get my initial investment off the table, plus being able to pay for some taxes. I am hoping that doesn't happen until this is long-term capital gains, but I'm fully ready to take it at short-term capital gains. A lot better to pay taxes than be broke, right? So that's the plan. And then if I'm wrong and crypto continues to go, who cares? I still have a shitload on, and I'm still going to make a ton of money. And now I have a ton of cash to go buy real estate or go put back into the stock market. Or if I'm right, crypto crashes, I got a ton of money to buy it back a lot cheaper, because we know 2024, 2025, we're all living in Puerto Rico, right? So hopefully that answers your question. I really appreciate everyone that hits the likes. If you're out there, please don't be panic selling. This is not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I'm an open book. This is what I'm doing. I was actually this close to buying some more. If it continues to crash overnight and I wake up on Cardano 75 cents, I'm not going to enjoy this number down here so much, but I'm going to take my last little bit and probably buy in. But again, as I always say on this channel, do not invest more than you can afford to lose. I can afford to lose this. It'll be extremely painful. I will be sick to my stomach for weeks on end, but I will still be able to pay my mortgage, put food on the table, etc. Yeah, bro, I've been doing this for a long time, man. I've learned a lot, and no, you got to stay humble, man. Like I have what I think is an excellent plan, but I'm trying to stay humble because I know like the market is zigging when you're zagging, right? Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up again. I really appreciate everyone coming by. Don't panic. HODL. Don't leverage trade. Don't margin trade. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And these are the opportunities to try and gobble it up. I will be back 6:25 a.m. PST, 5 minutes for the market opens. Love you guys. Peace.